Ornamental hermits or garden hermits were people who were paid or encouraged to live in the gardens of 18th century rich people. They were literally thought of as part of the garden's decor, and landowners would build all sorts of little structures for their human garden decorations to live in. Sometimes they lived in hermitages, like the one in the last two pictures. Or sometimes they lived in follies. Or maybe they lived in a cave or a grotto. In one example of an ornamental hermit contract, the man would be paid £700 if he lived in this little hermitage for 7 years. It was on the estate of British politician Charles Hamilton, and the man was supposed to live there in solitary contemplation. That'd be about $130,000 in today money, so that's a significant chunk of change, but that wasn't all he had to do. He could never speak to any of the servants who brought him his meals, and he was to never cut his hair, beard, or nails, and never wear shoes. Typical hermit shit. A lot of the time, and in this case too, the hermits were supposed to dress like druids, with dunce caps and goat or camel hair cloaks. But in this case, the man was fired only 3 weeks into his contract because he was found out drinking at a local pub. In another contract, the hermit was to live in an underground cave-like apartment structure. He'd get about £50 or $10,000 a year in today money. He had a cold bath, a chamber organ, all the books he could read, and he would eat the same food as his employer. Apparently that guy made it 4 years down there, unseen and unspoken to. Edith Sitwell wrote about it in her book English Eccentrics. She wrote, "But unseen as he was, it's a little difficult to guess what pleasure his employer can have gotten out of the matter." Would you do it? Could you live as a rich person's garden decoration for 7 years? Could you live with minimal 18th century amenities without cutting your nails or hair or ever speaking to anyone?